Hi guys.
Let's speak about something that's very, very important and quite mundane, which is horse vaccinations. All right, let's get started. So as you can see, I'm in a little bit of a different location today, which is our balcony, because Dubai weather is pampering us with fantastic, fantastic weather at the end of Feb. Yes, Feb. We're in Feb. So I hope you enjoy this little change with us and a little bit more of an outdoorsy feel that this video should be giving you. So today, again, I wanted to speak about something that's very, very important, yet quite mundane, which is the vaccinations of the horse. This is something that I had to deal with myself. So, as a new horse owner, I've just gotten Coconut in September. I had to learn some of the things hard way. So I just wanted to come on here and share my experience so you don't have to learn the hard way. So, and again, as I was researching about the vaccination, I found it very, very difficult to find this content. So yeah, I guess that's why we're doing this video. I'm a disclaimer, I'm in no means a veterinarian, so the first source of any of this information, which is going to be my first advice in this video anyway, would be your veterinarian. So research the local clinics that you have, particularly equine vets. This is very important because equine veterinary is very different to the normal one, or I guess the other specializations. So you need to make sure to secure yourself an equine vet and follow their advice to the T. And this is just an educational video from my experience and nothing more than that. So, all right, with that out of the way, let me tell you how my story with vaccination started. When I got Coconut in September, I did not know anything about vaccinations. I mean, I've heard of them, but I thought they were kept up to date, just kind of with the barn management and things like that. Apparently not, because the horse owners are obviously responsible 100% for their horses, and they need to make sure that their horses are up to date with the vaccinations. So the first and the best place to check for that is your horse's passport. So you request your horse's passport. You should have this document in hand, and it looks a little bit something like this. In the passport, you will go to the page that looks a little bit something like this. Typically, it will have a header called vaccinations, and you will be able to see when is the latest time when the vaccination was made. And in terms of staying up to date with vaccinations, it depends on the area where you live, and it depends on the type of vaccine that your horse is receiving, and also depends on the type of horse you have. So all of that is very relative, but I would say the latest that your horse should have been vaccinated is half a year ago from that date. So make sure that they are up to date with everything, and again, the main advice is speak with your veterinarian, because that's what I did, and make sure that you have vaccinations that are up to date. Also, obviously, don't overdo it. If the vaccination is 2 months from the date that you're currently in, obviously you don't need to repeat that, but maybe some of the vaccinations are missing. So again, speak to your vet on what is prevalent in the region. So I went to our amazing, incredible vets, which I'm working with to this day, and I'm insanely grateful for their support and help. They are from City Vet and the Dubai Equestrian Polo Club. They're situated there, and the clinic is called City Vet, Equine Vets. And again, it's extremely helpful to have amazing support in hand like we do from these guys. And so I said, listen, I've just bought a horse. I don't know anything about vaccinations. Educate me, which should be the open mind that you go with to a veterinarian and ask their advice. So they told me that in this region, we don't normally do rabies because we don't have any cases of rabies in the Middle East, specifically in the UAE for a very, very long time. So they don't recommend that we do rabies. It's not really necessary, and they don't check it in competitions or anything like that. You would only need that if you travel. They also recommended me to do the flu, obviously the flu shot, the vaccination against the equine influenza. This is something that is a very serious disease. It's not like a human flu, which is just like you're down with a temperature for 1 week and then you're completely back to normal. It's a totally different situation. Horses die from it, so make sure your horse is up to date on the flu vaccinations. And the last one that they have recommended in this region, which is the West Nile. So I went back, I checked my horse's passport. He did not have the recent vaccinations on any of these. So we went to the city vet and we actually took the vaccines, which they've given us in a very safe and secure manner with ice packs, which was very nice of them. And they've instructed me on how to actually inject it in Coconut's neck. And I'll demonstrate it on him right now. Okay, we have a very handsome horse. And we have this triangle with alcohol. Very good boy. And of course on my hands. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it was a pretty straightforward process, but finding that triangle was very, very important, and you must always stick within that range, otherwise you are running in the risk of damaging the arteries or the veins, which actually happened to us. So because one of the needles was bigger for the West Nile, and because he hasn't been vaccinated for a while, he had to have booster vaccines, so not just the one shot, but 2 shots for each, for the flu and for the West Nile. And the second time I inserted the needle, I think if it actually has injured one of his vessels, and it created a little bit of a bump the next day, which took about 2 months to dissolve. So again, if you actually have an ability to have your vet come out and vaccinate your horse, that's 10 times better. If you don't, make sure to read all of the instructions and ask as many questions from your vet as possible to do a thorough job and not to injure your horse. So yeah, that was kind of a bit of our journey. It was very smooth from the equine vets that we have here, and it was a little bit scary, but Coconut did fantastic, and he handled everything and took everything in his stride, as always for me. Yeah, I'm really happy that in our new barn that the vaccinations are kept up to date automatically, and what they do in our current barn is that they just vaccinate everyone on a certain date without asking any question for it, which is actually very good because the horses are on a schedule. So, but again, you need to be proactive and you need to be checking for your horse yourself. And just staying on top of everything, because that's your horse and your responsibility. And it's even nice to do for the horses that you're just riding. If you're going to pony clubs or if you are just riding school ponies or horses, it's really nice to care for them and check for their vaccinations, because they're being very nice to you and letting you ride them. So you might as well return the favor and do something that's very nice for them, ensuring their health is in top condition. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed a little bit of a different type of video from us and a little bit of a different background. And I will see you in the next one very soon with lots more exciting content to come your way. Like and subscribe because it helps us out immensely, and we're super happy to see new faces on our growing channel. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.